Founders, welcome back. Today we're going to be covering episode 15 of The Big Board. Last episode we had Steph on. If you guys missed that one, that's a good one to bookmark. Make sure you revisit that one. That was one of the more fun streams this off season so far. Hope everyone's having a good night. It's Sunday, February 25th, and we are about 54 big board drafts in. So we're pacing ourselves pretty well with the news. And the contest is about 30% full. We just updated the draft guide for a second time. So right now is one of the better times to go ahead and subscribe to the Patreon, subscribe to the Maxer on the YouTube. You're going to get is the first 6 rounds rankings, and we have it marked off by value. Just a really fun way to, I think everyone's been pretty positive about the draft guide so far too. Nick's checked it over. He helped us with the rankings as well. Only disagreed with about 3 guys. And Nick sharpened himself in his own right. So guys, we are officially in the next draft. Please give me top 3, top 4. All right. I don't see our name here. Oh, yep. All right, at least we didn't get 12. We're right next to Adam on the back end. We are so comfortable here. Shout out to Logan at 3. My God. There's actually some badges, people. We got some black badges in here. This is Logan. I swear to God, when is this badge coming in? Logan's drafting every single day. Did they change it to 2,000 drafts for Logan? We got to check that out. Yeah, Adam and I are officially draft neighbors in this one. Bindles, what's going on, man? Welcome to the live stream. All the fellas got here early, slapping the like. I appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, if you enjoy the stream, go down, subscribe. We're on the way to 1,200 subs. And I'm trying to up my exposure to AJ Brown. We'll see if he falls to us. He's just one of those guys that I've been getting a lot of 9, 8, 9, 10, not too much 11. So no complaints if we do get a little different start with AJ Brown. Earlier today, I had another 12, and I have a ton of Garrett Wilson just because I have him pretty aggressively ranked. I mean, everyone has the Jets aggressively ranked, and then you actually look at where Rodgers is ranked, and it's like, well, one of these things isn't right. Then that's truth. And if I had a bet, I'd say we're probably getting a little discount on Rodgers, but also trying to up the May exposure too in that range. But yeah, I mean, you look where Brees goes, and he goes at 2 here, which is, we'll see what he does with this second and third pick, maybe getting a little different. But we have 2 Jets going within the top 12 picks. So I think Rodgers should probably get a small bump there. And we'll see what they do in the offseason. I expect them to touch it O-line. They need to. And we'll see if they add depth behind Brees. I don't think they have to, but I wouldn't be super surprised. After they let Michael Carter go, they have Israel Abanikanda there, who's a pounder favorite, but right now he's a good click. Ooh, Playmaker says I'm feeling an RB start. It feels like a dare. Jay says, Pounders, what's going on, Jay? Welcome to the live stream. Chase at 6 is a mini gift. Bijan at 7. Puka off at 8. The thing is, like, I don't really love these RBs enough to go RB. It's going to be Brown here, unless this whole room's pissing, which it's not. Love that. Adam's going to go Garrett Wilson and who? Earlier today, might be a little fun thing to do just because you can't get Rice at pick 36, pick 35. Was I went Garrett Wilson and I brought Rashee Rice up, which is a fun little combo. And I think about week 17 in the Dalmatian final room. Here's another little different combo. The final room, what hit was Devontae Adams and CeeDee Lamb. And a lot of people were drafting, me included, Lamb and Amon-Ra for that Dallas-Detroit combo. Oh man, Kyron here just we'll go DJ Moore. I wanna bump Kyron, and eventually I will get my 6%. I would probably wanna be at 6% with both of these RBs. I do like Kyron a little more than JT. I think JT has a little more risk involved with A-Rich potentially stealing some red zone carries. So I do worry a little more about JT than I do Kyron. But he goes at 17 here, more than a fair price, and you get a little Ram double, which, I mean, you're very incented to bring in Staffy now. You're already making a huge bet on this offense. AJ Puka start, Al says, "Well, Puka went before us, so we couldn't do that. We couldn't do that." I've seen Brees get actually drafted at 1 too, which is kinda it's interesting. It is interesting. I feel like we're getting charged a premium. I say it every stream, but it's true. I feel like we're getting charged a premium on Brees. Not that I don't like the pick. I just wish I wish we weren't charged that premium so early in the offseason. It feels like the draft has already happened. It feels like free agency already happened and the Jets touched it O-line. That's the price. Pick 6. I'm still drafting him. Pick 6, pick 7. Mixing in Amon-Ra, mixing in Bijan, but no one's really going too off the rails just yet. We got a RB start for the 7 spot who actually gets JT and Bijan, which is probably a little different. Could be fun. Could be fun. Let's see. What is the final room 400 or 558? Who remembers? I can pull it up. I think let's pull it up. It is 558. Okay. So for making week 17, you're going to bring in 500, which if you're maxing is 1/3, but then you get all those little payouts for winning week 1 through 14 and then advancing to the next week and so on. Top 10 is always the goal. Such a fat payout for the big board this early in the off season, but this thing's filling so fast too. So about 30% full. This thing should fill in the next, I'd say in the next 60 days. I think people are gonna be drafting a lot more when the NFL draft happens, when the combine happens. People like to draft around news, so you'll see spikes during that time. That's when we're saving a lot of our drafts for as well. So important to jump on when you have that news. And if you can project ADPs, like where movement is gonna go, that always helps. Logan going CD, Debo, and Waddle. It's a fun start here. Rashee Rice falls to 28. Okay, that's closer to his starting ADP. He started around 20 what? Around 28, 25, 26. Barkley off the board at 29. That feels like a fair price as well on Barkley. And we're on the back end at the mercy to the room. We'll see what they give us. I like this range. I like this range a lot. I like receiver in this range, though. I'm guilty for going a lot of receiver here, but maybe we mix in ETN if he falls. What do we got, my man? He's got the Rams, and he brings in Metcalf. Okay. Jack Can goes Mike Evans. This guy's not going 3 RBs, right? This should be free. This should be free. Yeah. We'll go ETN here. 5 picks, 4.5 picks after ADP. Start to mix him in when he falls. Can go Jalen here as well with AJ Brown. I just don't. The price is fine. I'd rather this price on Jalen than Stroud's price, than Mahomes' price. Lamar's price is good. I think I told you guys I've been mixing in a lot of Josh Allen, especially when he falls to the 3rd round. Feels good, especially because some of these middle round QBs, their price has increased. Drake London off the board. Yeah, so it's really For me, it's between these 4. A lot of teams here will probably have wonder what? We might get a little different with ETN falling, probably not, but we get a small fall on Hurts and ETN. Pretty balanced start. Can't complain. Cannot complain with that. Oh, that's baloney, Adam. That is baloney. You weren't going Jalen there. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Yeah, combine is coming up, guys. Combine's coming up. March 4th, so next what? Next Monday? No, it's the NFL, yeah. Combine's coming up, and then what? There's about a month in between. Oh, man. Just get ready for these ADPs to fly all over the place. And someone I'm trying to scoop on the back end, maybe we'll try to get him, and then we'll drop the knowledge in a little bit after we scoop him. Talking like a 15th round type guy, so make you guys stick around. Keenan Allen, Cup, T. Higgs, Amari Cooper. The room is pissing now, big time, big time. Keenan Allen's going to be an insane value again this year if he can stay healthy, which he did it for 95% of the season last year. Just got a little unlucky at the end. Cooper Cup, I feel the same thing. Like, I think he smashes this ADP if he can stay healthy. That's not to say I don't think he lost a step, but for this range, I like all of these receivers here. Um, Reed gets pulled up to 43. I think that's like 7 picks ahead. Yeah, dude. I just did the draft guide. My mind has like 95% of these ADPs down right now. It's gross. That is maybe a sign I have a problem. February 25th. We know the ADPs. Shout out to Frank. I think Frank has done 149 big boards. Has anyone maxed? I'm curious. Has anyone maxed in the chat? I know Nick's getting close. I just like to save a good portion of mine for when we have more information and when information breaks. If I can get into the draft and maybe I'm one of 4 people that have that live news, that can give you an edge. That can give you an edge. Al says he's done 70. Nice. Trey McBride goes off at 50. James Cook and Josh Allen. I like mixing in Cook with Allen here. Kelly's with Mahomes skis. Oh, Love Stars, 2 slows to go. Wow. 2 slows, 148 to go. Oh, so you have all your drafts left. You're taking in all the knowledge. Sitting at 39, it's a good spot. This is very similar to where I'm at. It's a good spot. Yeah, I I agree. I think it's recency bias, and it really has an effect on the following year. Like, people were hurt by Keenan Allen, but they don't remember, like, Keenan Allen was a crazy value last year, and he probably helped a lot of teams get to the playoffs. He probably helped your advance rates if you were overexposed on Keenan Allen last year, but the recency bias of him not playing in the playoffs for you kinda stings. It does. So maybe that's where the discount's coming from. Because what, Mike Williams? Probably being let go in free agency, we'll see. Eckler, probably being let go in free agency, we'll see. Keenan Allen's just there like, "Hi, guys, I'm the only shiny toy left." I am addicted to clicking Calvin Ridley here. If he went, I would have gone in and grabbed Terry because I think I should be probably mixing in a little more Terry, and reason being, if we think Curtis Samuel's leaving, do they draft a receiver? Probably at some point, but it's not a large need, I think, for Washington. I probably have Godwin over these guys as well. Just with the chance Mike Evans leaves, Godwin's ADP will rise above this group. I like Kirk for the same reason, with Ridley potentially leaving, but we also bring in this Jacksonville double, which makes a lot of sense. So maybe we just go Kirk here. Godwin wouldn't get like a huge, huge boost, but he would probably rise a full round. Let's go Kirk. Let's bring in this little triple here. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence is going to be a nice second target for us, and we probably would stop at 2 QB. And I don't see really anyone going Lawrence besides maybe the Ingram team. So we'll see who ends up with Evan Ingram. What sucks is we're at the mercy of the room. Like we're not going Trevor Lawrence here at 86. And his ADP falls basically right at 107. So we are at the mercy of the room. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, grab Caleb later. Caleb's a really good backup plan with DJ Moore. We could also go Cole Kmet. Really good point by Al. Yeah, Logan says he has about 100 left. T. Higgs with Joe Burr. I know. This is so true. I'm glad you guys get to see this. I'm glad you guys get to see this. The influencer 101 is not for D-list guys. Let's go. Welcome to the live stream. My man new to the channel, Overzet pushed me this way. Thanks for the content. Appreciate you. Shout out to Overzet too. Got to meet him at the dog bowl. Super nice dude. Responsible human being. Responsible human being. D Hop at 67. So that's a little 7-pick reach. Which is surprising. Like Godwin's getting slipped right now. And even Pickens. Now, Pittsburgh's probably gonna be a mess at QB again. So I like to draft Pickens when he slides, but he is that spike week type guy. So I largely like the player profile. I think his ADP is fine to mix him in. He's not someone you want none of. Um, but you're likely looking at Kenny Pickett and Ryan Tannehill. I think Ryan Tannehill ends up signing in Pittsburgh. Wow, that's actually pretty. That's not bad. Highest expo is T. Higgs. Honestly, I think he has to rise after getting tagged in Cincy. Like you love this. It's probably the one of the better spots for him. He's not gonna have, he's not gonna have the best coverage on him with Jamar Chase. It's gotta be a top 3 landing spot for him. Like other than like Casey. Everyone when you think of like free agents, when you think of the rookies, it's like, what if this guy lands on KC or like what if this guy lands in Buffalo? But it's not realistic. Someone will, but you can't think that way for everyone. Majority of the landing spots, Cincy's one of the better ones. James Conner off the board. Little reach on James Conner, which I don't mind. I definitely would have James Conner over these guys. But again, I'm making a bet on the offense being better, more sustained drives with Marvin Harrison Jr. potentially, more red zone trips. Romeo Dobbs, I can't get behind this ADP, guys. I just can't. And he reaches 14 picks. Like he's got another pick in like 6 picks, but this dude really he's got Stroud. So does he go Love here? If we grab Ingram here, do we guarantee ourselves Trevor Lawrence? It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. I don't mind double tapping 2 of these guys. I don't mind bringing in a running back too. What do we wanna do? Um, I think either way, we need 3 tight ends. Evan Ingram feels like a lock. Of course, we're not expecting all of these guys to go off on the same week, but we don't need that. especially in the playoff best ball. 2 can go off 1 week. We'll see what Adam does with this next pick. Goes Fields. This could be a Pitts pick. Honestly, it's probably between Pitts and Brian Robinson for me. I like the Njoku click. I just have a ton of them. See what he does. Brings it all the way down, making us nervous now. This has to be Pitts. Yeah, he goes Pitts. He's got the London. I think that was the smartest pick for him. The potential Fields goes there, but even then, if Fields doesn't, like, you're still expecting a upgraded QB, so I have been trying to draft Pitts ahead of Njoku lately. Let's just go RB here, and we'll just be very balanced. I'm cool with this. I'm cool with this. Again, whoever comes to us with this next couple picks, like, we'll be able to scoop him, no problem. We have all the Jags. We should have locked down Trevor Lawrence, but we'll see. There might be some sicko that goes naked T-Law, tries to bring in, like, Parker Washington or Zay Jones. Can't click Higgins for some reason. The range, there's a lot of receivers there, and, I mean, I'd probably like T. Higgs more than Cooper Kupp. I like T. Higgs just as much as Keenan Allen, like, I do think this is a really good price for T. Higgs. Feels like there's a tier drop right after Higgs, right after Amari, you could say. See what comes back to us. No way Njoku's there. Give me Lockett over Pickens. Here's a hot and spicy one. Hot and spicy. Quarter Nickel, welcome to the live stream. Says Terry Bradshaw said the Steelers should keep Kenny Pickett, saying he's a guy. Bradshaw himself was not great QB for his 5 year. Yeah. No, it's a team that we'll see. We'll see if we can blame coaching, and we'll sort of I don't know. I don't think we're expecting a huge boost from this offense, but don't be surprised when they bring in Tannehill, and don't be surprised to see multiple QB start games for Pittsburgh next year. That's sort of the way I see it. Yeah, QBs are underpriced. I big time agree with this. Dubes oversee what? I think the recency bias of, like, him smashing in the playoffs has something to do with his ADP just being pretty high. Yeah, dude, this is the take right here. This is the take. Hickett's situation is the exact same as last year, just 2 rounds cheaper because you had Burrow, who went into the season hurt, played like ass because he couldn't move, and, yeah, you're not getting that discount on Chase. Like, sure, yeah, he doesn't go at pick 3 anymore, pick 2, he goes at pick 5, but T. Higgs, you get a nice discount on. That's the exact same way I feel right now. Troy Franklin off the board at 95. Ooh. This is spicy landing spot. Cousins going to the Raiders. Dude, Devontae Adams would smash, which, I mean, I think he's gonna smash either way at his age. Myers off the board 97. He's a fun click. Dude, Kyler goes at 96. That's a little slide, right? Yeah, about 6 pick. Nothing big. Warren off the board. Logan's got his back-to-back QBs with Dak and Justin Herbert. Brings in Swift. All right, T-Law. Come on, baby. Hold. Hold. We should be good. He's 3 QBs out. We should be good. Downs off the board. Not to the A-Rich team, but I like Downs in this range. I think we're getting a nice little discount on Deontay Johnson. I do think he has a better season. I think Deontay Johnson's good in this range, especially if you're bringing in a bunch of rookies. Just someone that should have a relatively high floor, should be getting a ton of targets. Pick 98, I mean, more than fair. More than fair. Alright, so our dream double click is gonna be T-Law and Goddard. We would go T-Law first. Adam's got 2 tight ends. That's the exact same way I would draft it if I didn't know who was in the 12th spot. Dude, I'm just waiting to hurt. The random T-Law click's coming, isn't it? This guy's bringing it all the way down. Ooh, the panic click right at the last second. Don't, don't do it. We will cancel tonight's live stream right now. T-Law, welcome to the squad. Alright, this team's shaping. This team's shaping. It helps when you know the ADPs, though. Or if you're paying attention, looking ahead. Goddard here. Alright, this is gonna be one of my, probably one of my favorite drafts so far, if we can land this plane here. Psh, this is your captain speaking. Hey, peanut butter, welcome to the live stream, man. Mike Williams at 111. It's gonna be fun. Honestly, Mike Williams, the best landing spot for him is in LA. We'll see. There's a lot of teams with money. I don't know if you guys saw, but the NFL increased the cap for 2024 by 30,000,000. So teams got money. Teams have money. Let me pull this up because I posted this in the Discord earlier. If you guys aren't already in the Discord, anytime there's like riser or faller information, we're posting it here. And then I'm posting my own stuff, random shit here. So, dude, Commanders have 87,000,000 in cap space, Patriots 82, Bears 80, even the Bengals. Bengals was 73, Colts was 72, Texans. Texans have money to spend. Could bring in another receiver here, which is sort of little worrisome. Just a little, just a schmeckle on Nico's price. Lions, yeah, there's some teams with money, guys. So it'll be interesting. Good teams with money. Jonathan Brooks off the board a little early at 116. I wanna be around 8% because if he goes in the second round, do think I do think that's a good sign about his knee. I think teams are gonna look into this pretty heavily, and if he slips to the 3rd, maybe he got negative news. Maybe teams didn't like what the docs were saying. I do wanna sort of base it around what round he gets drafted in, and I wanna be around 8% right now, especially because Terrain's steaming him up. So, he is a rising. I'm not reaching, but when it falls to me and it makes sense. Caleb slips to 119 with Josh Allen, probably good there with 2 QBs, I would think. Jerry Jeudy, I'm not clicking a lot, but are you guys clicking Jerry Jeudy? I'm just not, just not. Oh, this would be a spicy landing spot. Dude, what's up with the Bengals, though, bringing in a dusty tight end last year and then tricking everyone to draft him except for we were not drafting Irv Smith Jr. Although I remember one clip pretty deep into preseason where he made a nice grab and then, like, he gets absolutely steamed by people. If they haven't done it their whole career dude, this might be a spot to bring in I was gonna say, if this guy doesn't bring in the hawk here, like, 25 picks after ADP, that's that's the spot to do it. Probably Trey Benson here, I think, fellas. I'm worried about Adam here. I already know he's going lad. I already know he's going lad. It's like gives you an advantage, right? When you know the people at the poker room, you know people at the table, how they play. There's lad and Zach Sharps. I might double tap RB here. might double tap RB here. I like Worthy. I have a ton of Worthy. What's the difference between a rookie here and a rookie in the next round that I like? Who is more than a fair price? Like, goddamn, if I had any. Ford here feels good. Kendra feels good. Sure, you can go Gabe, Worthy. Cooks is meh. This is the spot I like. Could have gone Schultz too, but let's kind of shore up this RB room and then we'll catch up at wide receiver. We might just reach and get our guys. So let's see, 179. We'll see. We'll see. Ty Chandler goes off right afterwards. I think Minnesota needs to touch at RB here. And then it's not that bad because Ty Chandler would probably become a number 2. He might even start as a number 1 this season, winning the job over Madison. It's very similar to the other guys you're drafting in this range. Like, there's risk to all these guys. Ty Chandler's just not my favorite. And when I try to break it down, like, why am I not liking him as much? Probably leads back to the offense, right? Offense just not being as good, question marks at QB, whereas, Rashawn and Khalil Herbert potentially get Caleb Williams. I'd rather one of those guys right now, or even Jerome Ford. Great O-line, could start, pretty heavily in the early season with the Nick Chubb injury. There's question marks if Nick Chubb's even gonna be on the Browns, and then when he does return, is Nick Chubb gonna get 20, 25 carries, 25 touches right away? Probably shouldn't. Doesn't mean they won't do it, but yeah, we still have 4 receivers here, but our 4 receivers are strong. We'll catch up. This is definitely gonna be 8 receiver team at least. We can stop here at these 2 QBs. I like these 2 tight ends, but in 20 round, there's no hurt to bring in a third. 1 share of Judy. Fell about 50 picks. Yeah. This happened to me the other day with Steph when Thielen dropped 30 picks and I had 0 shares. Should've just kept it at 0. But it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, Cowboys did, yeah, Brooks's surgery. Yeah, Fant late feels good. There's just good landing spots for these free agent tight ends. I'm cooking 0 Judy this entire draft season. Yeah, Steve Smith too. I left you with shiny Kendra. I know I didn't click him too. Surprising, surprising. Audric Estime, if he gets a workhorse landing spot, obviously he's gonna hit, but I don't love the profile. He doesn't have like that breakaway speed. He could be a good, decent goal line guy, but I think his landing spot matters a lot more than running backs that are explosive and can break long plays. There's 2 guys I'm eyeing here. 2 guys we're eyeing. Adam says he's warming up to Sharps. Rightfully so. We really don't know how new coaching style is going to change this running back room's usage. Honestly, I was gonna say if Kendra's there, like don't even test me. Don't even test me. We go RB wide receiver here, don't we? I like 2 of these guys. I like 2 of these guys. I also like bringing in Sanders in this range too. I like the Wandale price. Let's see who Adam wants to give us. Wandale actually entering this season healthy, I think will be good for him. Obviously, this is a team that can touch at wide receiver, but this ADP is fine for him. the Pats are gonna touch a wide receiver too, so I like the Allen click too. I just can't really afford to go RB here. I love the Algier click. Lloyd, Estime. This would shore up the room at tight end, but let's go Roman Wilson here. One of the fun rookies that Nick and I ranked pretty aggressively in our rookie wide receiver video. He used to go at like around 200, 205, even later. Adam brings in Braylon Allen. Nice click. It's like land of the like this year for whatever reason, it's a bunch of running backs that are like 5'8", 5'9", like 215, like little tanks. So it is nice to mix in these 6'1", 6'2" guys too. Trey Benson. I believe Braylon Allen's got decent size. I believe he's 6'1". Let me double check. Is he one of the, yeah, he's 6'2", 245. He's like an actual tank. He's an actual tank. Shock, welcome to the live stream, man. Do you do you ever just end up drafting based on ADP and players falling to you? Easier in the middle rounds, I think. Honestly, the big board, I've been relatively ignoring ADP except for guys that I'm not super hot on. Like if I get someone that I'm not drafting a ton of, like ETN, I'm not drafting him before ADP. If I get him to fall 5 picks, I'll mix him in because I probably want to be around 6 to 10% of him, even though reason being is I'm drafting a lot of zero RB. I'm drafting a lot of hero RB, anchor RB teams. So I'm going to be lighter in this contest on early running backs. It's just what it is. But no, I'm not. I'm an ADP whore to some extent. Okay, here's the click I was gonna try to get to fall to us at 179, basically right at ADP. Someone that's been rising because of the Steve Smith steam. I keep track of ADPs. Like I have like the starting ADPs in my head. I'm tracking movement of where they're going up or down, but I'm largely largely ignoring it. I have players in ranges. And I think that's the best way to summarize it is who are your favorite players in those ranges? All right. We're gonna need I like the Wandale click here too because I know with this team I'm going to end up adding a bunch of rookies on the back end. And I don't need every rookie to hit with this type build. Trey Palmer off the board at 174. Will Levis off the board. Mr. Mayo. Sanders goes at 171. Ray Davis at 176. No, we're not doing it. Don't. No. Nope. Nope. We are not clicking Adam Thielen 2 streams in a row. I don't care if you give us a 21st round. Burks off the board. We might reach up for Conk here. Do I have to do it right now? Probably not. I don't think Adam's adding another tight end to this group, or at least he probably shouldn't. Dude, sniper in the building. Where the hell is that person? Dude, sniper in the building. My God. Out of thin air. Let's go Jalen Wright. Wild. Right when you think you're safe. I don't wanna go another jag here. I think that's bad. We have enough. We have 3 pass catchers. We have the running back. I like the Curtis Samuel click. I'm glad I got away from it. Thank you for clicking him for me. Let's see what Adam does with this next pick. Parker Washington. I don't mind this click. Braylon Allen's super young, yeah. Antonio and yeah. He clicks me off both of them. I love it. I might have to go Marvin Mims here. 14 picks after ADP. I'm not clicking him at ADP. If Judy leaves, I don't think it's the worst click. The role he plays, he should be a spike week type player, but obviously question marks at QB. After ADP, I think it's fine. My bad, my bad. Thank you, Paul. AP. Yeah, we're balanced. And again, I'm probably bringing in what? How many rounds we got left? We have 4 left. 1 running back, 2 receivers, and a tight end, or 2 running backs, 1 receiver, and a tight end. I feel like we need 2 receivers though with this group. I guess it doesn't matter. I think that last pick's gonna be a luxury pick. We're stopping at QB at 2. 1 running back, depending who it is, I think's fine. Although Chris Rodriguez, one of my I think one of the easier clicks in the 20th round right now. We will not bring him in with Brian Robinson. So we'll have to hit a different well in the 20th round. All right, where's Adam? How's Thielen's ADP at 153? Who's gonna land on the sword? Someone has to. And then Elijah Moore's another one who's consistently falling. Must be the auto drafters that are just keeping their ADP where it's at. Oh man. I like Mims. Yeah, he was a good prospect coming in last year. It looked like after his first game, everyone was sharing their exposure on the Twitter machine, and I was a little worried because I was a 2% Mimser. I was a little worried last year, but luckily, they just didn't play him, so we'll see if he actually gets playing time this year. If he comes back to me, I'll take them both. Alright. Adam will land on the sword. I mean, at that point, if you have a bunch of rookies, I think he could fit a build. Elijah Moore goes at 192. This team probably needs another tight end, I would think. Chiggy gone? Is that the Levis team? No. This is interesting. Did he go D-Hop? The Levis squad just didn't want the correlation, I guess. I don't know. This could have been Chiggy. It's not like he has Staffy too. All right, he fell on him. 194, 41 picks after ADP. And I like it. Actually, like I think it makes sense. For this specific build, he has 1, 2, 3. He has 4 rookie wide receivers. So I do think it fits that build, and where he got him is obviously it's fine. It's fine. Bingo off the board. Damn it. Ricky gone. Dude, Ricky's ADP should be like 160. That might be a hot take. Keep the milk nearby. 4 picks left. Balance. We are in our zen. We are in our zen. Juwan Jennings. What is this? Playoff format? You gonna throw another touchdown? Lose us $2,000? We were tied for first place with oh my god, what's his face? Crash Rich. We were tied for first place at halftime in the playoff format. McCole tried. McCole tried to carry me. 3-3-7-3 build. Is he on auto? Has this guy been on auto the whole time? No, because that would have been Carr, unless he has his shit set to 3 QBs. Dowdle off the board, Derek Carr off the board. Do we wanna go receiver here? I know Adam's actually not gonna click Burton. I think this is fine with Jalen Hurts. We'll bring in Gainwell. Sanders off the board. Adam with 6 receivers, so I'm expecting this to be yellow here. Alright, Slayton, orange, whatever you wanna call it. We'll bring in our second rookie receiver, Jermaine Burton. We still need tight end. Probably should have brought in Fant there, to be honest. Self-correct. Probably should have brought in Fant. If not, we're probably gonna hope for one of these to fall to us. We can mix in Knox there too. I think Knox is fine to mix in. There's no way Fant's falling back to us, but yeah, relatively balanced squad. We get our Philly correlation, we get our Jacksonville correlation. We have 2 picks left, and honestly, I feel like we could spend it at running back. I don't think we need to. If we can lean into Trey Benson actually landing a good spot, Jalen Wright landing good spot, or getting lucky with Ford or Gainwell having larger roles than we expect, I think we definitely would be okay with this group. I don't think it hurts to add another running back here, where AJ Brown, DJ Moore, Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk, Wan'Dale Robinson, Roman Wilson, Marvin Mims Jr., Jermaine Burton. If we can lean into one of these rookies hitting and Marvin Mims being like a Rashid Shaheed type from last year, we're good. We're good at Adam goes, "My team feels sexy." All right, we'll have to check this out at the end. Now I'm excited. The Darius Slayton click. The Darius Slayton click. JJ McCarthy and Chris Rodriguez. 2 nice clicks for the 1 spot here. Marshawn Lloyd, Drake May. It's a fun team. Fun team in the 1 spot. I don't think it's the most correlated. Yeah. Not a lot going on correlation-wise, but I like the player profiles. Tanner Hudson off the board. It feels like with the amount of money that Cincy has, like, they're probably gonna bring in a free agent tight end. That's my thoughts. And I mean, that's why I'm gonna have so much Fant. I think there are some really good landing spots to these free agent tight ends. And Fant was I wanna believe he's been a victim of just the offense in the usage, where they use 3 tight ends. Russell Wilson at 222, Daniel Jones, Brock Purdy. Yeah, definitely need 3 QBs with that build. And then Brevin Jordan, I do think Schultz returns to Houston, but this is basically it's a 19th round guy. You might get a spike week or 2 if Schultz is there, and then you have the upside if Schultz misses time. That's basically what this click is. And then who's there for running backs? Okay. Do you guys want a running back or a receiver for this team? Because I think we can go either way. ETN, Robinson, Benson, Ford, Wright, and Gainwell, AJ Brown, DJ Moore, Ridley, Kirk, Robinson, Wilson, Mims, and Burton. And someone told me earlier in the Discord, I had posted a team. It was a Brevin Jordan team. I must have posted a couple of them or drafted a few of them on live stream, and someone's like, "You must have 90% Brevin Jordan." And I posted my exposure, it's only 13%. So if you really wanna know who I'm drafting, uh, draft guy will settle that. Gamble. I thought it was you. I saw the name and it reminded me. Let's go let's go Dylan Johnson here. The draft guy will settle that. Every single stream I see you take him. Yeah, it's a is it a smoke screen? I don't know. Is it a smoke screen? Yes, sir. Dennis already knew. He already knew. A lot of people are clicking Dylan. I don't know if I can get behind the profile. Caught a shit ton of balls in college, but competition was relatively weak. Maybe he ends up in a good spot that will use him, but his landing spot, I think, matters a shit ton. Njoku, Freiermuth, and Kraft, that's gonna be light, I feel like. Definitely leaning into Freiermuth having, probably a tight end 2, middle tight end 2 type season. Njoku finishing as a top 8 tight end. I think this group would be fine with that, but definitely leans into Freiermuth having an uptick type season, but I do like his ADP. I don't know if you should be I don't know if we should make the bet that Pittsburgh's going to have a worse year this year. Bo Melton, let's go. Let's go. If you guys haven't already, go down, slap the like on the live stream. If you're enjoying the stream, drop a sub. We are trying to get to 1,200 sub a dubs. JP Cowing, little name drop here. Nice. Jerick McKinnon. Okay. Not going to be probably the highest upside guy this season. Logan, let's see who he brings out. Yeah. I was either figuring Milton or Vidal. All right. We'll go over these teams. 1, 2, 3 squads. If you guys snuck in this draft with me and you didn't tell me because you were being rogue, let me know where you're at. I'll cover your squad. Yeah, this is a fun group. We can definitely lean into one of these rookies hitting and maybe one of these, two of these three hitting would be really strong, but probably only need one. All right, Hertz and Lawrence at QB with Ingram, Goddard, and Brevin Jordan. ETN, Brian Robinson Jr., Trey Benson, Jerome Ford, Jalen Wright, Kenneth Gainwell, and Dylan Johnson. Then wide receiver, A.J. Brown, DJ Moore, Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk, Wendell Robinson, Roman Wilson, Marvin Mims Jr., and Jermaine Burton. For the 11 spot, we'll take it. I like the correlation we got for sure. All right, let's cover Logan in the 3 spot. Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert. Little 7-pick drop on Herbs. Komet, Sanders, and Fant. Maybe a little weak at tight end, but I do like if Fant can land a good landing spot, this could be a fun group. You could have like a good value group here, but probably like to do this with and again, Cole Kmet could be a good value. Like if we get an upgraded QB, if we get Caleb here in Chicago, Kmet could be a good value too. So I like the group. Pacheco, Swift, Zamir White, McLaughlin, AJ Dillon, Israel Banaconda, and Kendall Milton. This is a fun. This is a fun RB room. Sort of hero RB build around Pacheco. Zamir White. We'll see what happens with Jacobs. Could be, he could either rise to pick 70 or fall to a pick 165. But I do think this is the right comp to mix him in on. Lamb, Debo, Waddle, Adunze, Chris Godwin. Having 5 receivers by Godwin is very strong, which is sort of expected when, you wait a little bit on your second RB, when you wait on tight end. I was expecting this receiver room to be strong, but this is very strong. Brings in Quentin Johnson and Joshua Palmer and Malik Washington. Really nice. A little double there late with Justin Herbert. Sort of reminds me of, like, Giants last year where everyone's like, "Oh, yeah, you can grab those guys super late." It's like, "Yeah, but need them to score points." Palmer outplaying Quentin Johnson last year, maybe. Maybe he gets a miracle offseason and sort of figures it out. He was going to be a project guy, though. We knew that. He was being overdrafted because of the offense. Now a full offseason, we'll see. That's the selling point there. That's the selling point. Fields, Jaden Daniels, and Aaron Rodgers. I actually like this group of QBs. And you didn't overspend. You're getting Rodgers 12 picks after ADP. Little reach on Jaden Daniels, but I think that's fine. You get rushing upside with two of these QBs. Tight end, Andrews and Pitts. That's a strong duo there. 7-pick drop on Andrews feels good. Josh Jacobs, Mostert, 16 picks after ADP on Mostert. That's really nice. Zach Charbonnet, Braylon Allen, Antonio Gibson, Miles Sanders. I like it. I like it a lot. Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams. So he pulls Adams here to 13. Neighbors, Drake London, McConkey, Curtis Samuel, Darius Slayton, Mooney, and Jalen McMillan. Let's see, who else did you so the next round was Neighbors and yeah, I like this group. The next wide receiver in Lad is kind of like I probably would have went another receiver somewhere earlier, but once you hit that dead zone where there just aren't any after, like, DeAndre Hopkins is off the board, maybe you got cornered. Let's see. Again, you're at the mercy of the room when you're picking at the back end of the board. We double tap receiver here, and then it comes back around. Yeah, and Romeo Dobbs actually went off early. Christian Watson went off early. I think Brian Thomas Jr. I think that's a little early for him too, right? Now it's basically on ADP for him, but definitely early for Dobbs. So there was just no one there. And that's where, like, I sorta know that that can happen. So, like, I like to have my 4 receivers before that range. And again, I'm just gonna do that in probably 85, 90% of my drafts. I'm gonna have 4 receivers before this range. I just end up liking my teams a lot more. Doesn't mean it's right, but I do like Adam's squad, like, largely with what he did. Leaning into Lad, I think, is super fun, and then Curtis Samuel, Moody's one of my guys. Slayton, I don't know. I think Giants could bring someone in, and he could be the 3rd favorite target, but I think that's actually fine for where you're getting him. He's a Spike Lee type guy. Then Jalen McMillan. Sweet squads. Awesome drafts, guys. Really awesome. All right. Hope everyone has a great end to their Sunday. I'm going to be drafting later tonight off stream. So if you want to draft with us, make sure you jump into the Discord. Link is in the description. If you enjoyed tonight's stream, drop a like on the way out. I appreciate you guys. Have a good night, Powders.